everybody. I'm your host, John Myers, live from Stillwater, Oklahoma. We have got a great show tonight. It's John Myers. Hey, everybody. Gotta have my notes. It's John Myers from the Kicker UnMasked studios. Gotta have my notes. Alternator. Hey, everybody. We have fun. Hey, everybody. Hit like and subscribe. Right here, right now. It's John Myers. We like to give stuff away. Alternator. Post some more pictures. We got to thank Steve and Becky live from Stillwater, Oklahoma. Don't forget Texas Roadhouse right here, right now. Hey, everybody. Don't forget right here, right now. We have got a great show tonight. Hey, everybody. Had a great dinner tonight. It's John Myers. Right here, right now. Had a great dinner tonight. So, hey, everybody. So, housekeeping. Had a great dinner tonight. So, alternator. Housekeeping. Housekeeping. So, Tuesday night. Housekeeping. From the Kicker UnMasked studios. Housekeeping. Right here, right now. Hey, everybody. So, it's John Myers. Hey, everybody. It's John Myers from the Kicker UnMasked studios. Hey, everybody. From the Kicker UnMasked studios. It's John Myers. Right here, right now. We have got a great show tonight. Hey, everybody. We have got a great show tonight. It's John Myers. Hey, everybody. Right here.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is so nice to be back on the show with you guys tonight. It's been a minute since I've been here, and I've missed y'all. Of course, I've been having fun anyway, but I want to let you know who's here in the studio with us tonight. We have Mr. Stephen Bambrow working behind the camera. Thanks for being here, Stephen. I love having him on the set. Of course, we've got Ernie working the magic keyboard back there. JW, as always, keeping the whole crew moving forward. And Bill, the keyboard warrior. Actually, I learned a new term this week in Atlanta, keyboard gangsta. So Bill is a keyboard gangsta, apparently. So that's who's in the studio tonight. We also have three very special guests from outside the studio. We're going to have Miss Sarge, also known as Kayla. She's going to be on with us. She's a brand ambassador. We have Nicole Johnson, also a brand ambassador. And of course, Mr. Aaron Hagar, the third brand ambassador. And we have a very special guest in the studio who you're going to see in about 30 seconds. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
It's been a long road since the original Kicker christened that first pickup truck. It kicked off a car audio renaissance, and upgrading your music in a vehicle was a requirement. America's music machines became living loud over your passion, your emotion, your existence. Outdoors or on the open road, your sound is Kicker.
Welcome back. Hello. Anybody recognize this fine gentleman? Anybody? His alias is Delmar. But that's not who's here tonight.
I left Delmar at home.
That's his alter ego.
I left him at home.
And other than Delmar,
acting up.
Roger. He's known as Roger. And Roger, you are our co-director of marketing. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. That's when I woke up this morning. That's what I was.
How many years you been here?
20.
20
Just
years.
over 20 years.
Unbelievable.
It is. Yeah. Time has not been my friend.
Come on.
Yeah.
Still handsome man.
Yeah, look at that.
Still got a beautiful wife.
Yes.
How long
That's
you
still
been
with me
married?
34 years.
34 years.
I think she's about to come up for a community service award for Stillwater for that. That's always, yeah, she must deserve.
I hope she's
you,
watching.
sweetie.
Hi, are you watching tonight, Laura? If you're
Yeah.
watching, drop us a message in the feed.
There's no chance. Not if like the Real Housewives of Poughkeepsie is on or something.
She has something better to do.
Yeah, she's got the glass of vino about that big, and
Well, you've got a house guest, is that right?
yeah, right, yeah. It's all good. It's all good.
All
Good to
right.
be here, though. Thank you, guys. Always appreciate everybody.
So we
checking out the
have part of the reason Roger's here, other than the fact that he's an awesome dude to give up his evening for us, we have some of our brand ambassadors that we're going to talk to tonight. And a lot of people wonder, how do I become a brand ambassador for Kicker? And I mean, we get that question, 100 times a day, maybe?
Oh, yeah,
least?
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, not about 100 times a day, but yes, it is.
lot.
It is.
It is a lot.
It consumes a lot of time.
In fact, you now have a fantastic application for brand ambassadors, and it weeds out the folks who aren't serious, which is great.
Well, that's true, and that kind of sounds a little harsh, but especially when it comes to being an ambassador or being basically for product sponsorship. I mean, as you can imagine, we get a lot.
Yes.
We get.
In the field, we do too.
I tell you what, we could do an entire show. Maybe we should.
Okay.
Of all the really goofy things that I get. And
That'd be fun.
let me tell you, they're a peach. We get. But we get, we have a amazing roster of brand ambassadors. And let's just cut to the chase.
Okay.
I know there's been some discussion about the words influencer and brand ambassador. I've always gravitated more to brand ambassador. Influencer, let me see your phone. Influencer is a pretty new word.
Yes.
And it's really come about since these.
Sure.
If you get right down to it.
Sure.
Influencers. Yeah, I don't like it. You think about it, brand ambassadors, or what used to be called spokespersons,
Yes.
have been around for decades and decades. And for us, that brand ambassador is, it's a friend. We have relationships with these people.
Yes. Yes.
And they're not there to pitch something. They're fans of the brand, they're friends. And that's where so much of it starts. And that's whether you're, doing product sponsorship or whatever. So we've been blessed to have a tremendous amount of people for a lot of years, which 2 of them are on here tonight. Aaron
3.
and Nicole.
One relatively new, I suppose, and then 2
Well,
for
Kayla,
many
that's
years.
right.
Yeah.
Kayla's a great story. You guys are going to love her.
Yeah. Actually, Kayla's our first guest tonight, and you mentioned relationship earlier. Let's bring Kayla in, because I want to start with the story of how we got together with Kayla.
I see her on there. Kayla!
Welcome, Kayla.
Kayla.
Hello, Miss Sarge.
Zimzalabim. Greetings, oh wise one.
How are we?
Doing well.
Great to
Thank
see your
you.
smile on the face. Thank you so much for taking the time to put your smile on the face on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm sure our viewership just had to double right now, just since you just came on screen. I mean, let's be honest.
There's us, and then there's Kayla.
Yeah. Aaron, Aaron's on deck, I know, and I'm sorry, pal, but then, then we got Nicole, so we're good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm happy to be here. Thanks again for having me.
Well, I love it. I'm going to let Aaron, this is, you've got the great story of how all this came about, so take it away.
So, Kayla, this I'm so glad that I get to be the host tonight, because you and I started this journey together, and of course, Maddie is a big part of that. Well, actually, he is the origin story of this origin story.
He sure
and
is.
I know Maddie's there with you, right? Can he just wave? I know he doesn't have a headset. Can you just wave, Maddie? Because I'm going to tell a story about you real quick.
He's going to tell a story about you.
Hey there. Oh, the dog wants to get in on
wow.
that. Huh?
You got is that a cold that you have there, Maddie, or do you need to go to the vet?
I know, we've got quite the pack here.
Okay. How many dogs you got running around there?
3 big ones.
Oh, man. Okay, well.
3 woofers.
But before
3 woofers.
We all need 3 woofers, right?
There you go.
Now, so Maddie, you and I met. Where did you and I meet the first time?
It was in England.
Yes, in England. Where were we? What was the city? You remember?
We were in Taunton. Well, just outside Taunton in Somerset. Where
Okay.
we had Frankie's Speed Shop.
Yes. And that explains the crazy accents you got going on there, right?
We're the ones with the accent.
Hey,
Trust me.
We speak proper English over here, don't we?
No.
You don't want to get me started. We don't have enough time. To
No.
So I was over in England. I was doing some car audio training for our retail partners in the UK. And you and your, at the time, partner came to one of those trainings. And man, you lit up the room with your huge personality. I'm like, wow, this guy is on fire.
Now, Aaron, this is about Kayla.
No, yeah, but this is the origin
No, it's
story.
not.
We got to get started.
I just don't want to lose track.
So we had a great connection, and I think we emailed a few times. And then, out of the blue, you contacted me from Texas, right?
Yeah. It was a case of Kayla wanted an audio system for the Jeep. And
Yes.
I knew she didn't want something that was going to, be so loud and so distorted that all we were going to get was just noise.
Yes.
And it had to be waterproof because obviously when she wheels, we take the top off, we take the doors off. And I was like, I know exactly who to speak to. And that's when I shot you a message and I was like, listen, if we can speak to these guys, you're going to be on for a winner. And it was just like, okay, this is it, this is that. And then, you graciously replied, and it was just like, what on earth are you doing in Texas?
Yes.
Yeah, because I mean, Texas is bigger than England, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
By about
Yes.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah. England.
Surprised
England
you didn't get
itself-
lost.
England itself fits inside Texas 3.5 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I will jump in and say,
Yeah.
when you approach me, as this happens when different people within the company will come and ask me, hey, I've got this connection, and you told me about Kayla. Obviously there's a lot of great things there that check some boxes, but it was when I learned about her military service, the whole tie-in of, I'm about as bright as a refrigerator light bulb, and so I didn't catch the whole Miss Sarge thing at first. And then it's great. Then it comes in, and I hear this story, and then I was sold. If you remember, I said,
do.
"Oh, okay."
I do.
Because in all honesty, I do, like you said, I get a lot.
Yes.
And it's unfortunate. I wish I had 1,000 times the budget we have, and we'd love to take care of it. We just can't. And that, you're such a great human being already. But when I got that part of the story, so tell us about that background.
Yeah, so I joined in, 2015, and it wasn't something, I didn't really grow up always wanting to join. A lot of people grow up and that's always what they wanted to do, and that wasn't really me. The true story with that is someone told me that, hey, you would be really good at this, and I've always loved adventures and trying new things. And I was like, you know what? I think I could be good at that. And so I joined and I spent my 6 years and I loved it. Great experience. I did 1 tour, lots of learning opportunities, and I wouldn't change my choice at all.
That's awesome. Well, God bless you for doing that. Seriously,
Thank you.
Well, we all have a big heart
Yes.
for military, and I do.
Thank
My
you so
dad
much.
was. I know I don't probably quite old enough, but yeah, my dad actually served in World War II.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I have a soft heart for that. So thank you again, sincerely.
Thank you so
and
much.
I really want to know though is, do you make him do calisthenics at like 5:30? That's
Actually-
be awesome if you do.
Well, it's funny
And do
that
it.
you
Go
say
like,
that.
come on, man. Come on, you bloody make it. Give me 20. You know.
It's funny that you say that because this morning.
All right, everybody, lover.
It's funny that you
Oh,
say
yo.
that because this morning I messaged Bill back on the page, and he was like, he obviously didn't get back to me when I messaged him, but his first
Bill's
response
like
was,
that.
he was like, "Oh my gosh, you're up at 5 a.m. Is that the military?" This was this morning, and I was like, I think the military gave me the discipline to make myself get up, but we're going to the gym, so.
Well, Bill. At 5 a.m., Bill is organizing his Pop-Tarts. So.
You know, whatever works.
4:15, I'm having
Yeah.
a cup of tea and chilling out.
Right.
So,
Good stuff.
So your Jeep, Kayla. Let's talk a bit about your Jeep.
Yeah.
So what is it, and how did it start life?
So I have a 2015 JKU. It's not my first Jeep, actually. I had a Jeep prior, and long story short, I ended up getting into an accident, and it was totaled. There it is, and I was crushed. But I knew I wanted another one. It's like once I bought it, I was never going to not drive a Jeep. I think it's like that for a lot of Jeepers.
Yeah.
But I found this one, and I mean, I knew that's the one I wanted instantly, the color and everything about it. So because of the color, I knew I wanted to go with the military theme. And with that being said, I didn't want people to think that it was a guy's Jeep. So I threw the word Miss in front of the Sarge.
Okay.
Now, fun fact, people still think it's owned by a guy, but at this point it's kind of a compliment and a little bit of an ego boost because I'm like, yeah, my Jeep is that cool and a girl drives it. So, you know.
Yep. And that's where you and Nicole have a lot in common, I'll tell you. 'Cause,
Yeah.
she is amazing doing all that. Yeah, when you guys are doing that stuff, yeah, a lot of respect right there.
Thank you. It's such a blast. I don't know what I'd be doing without
Look
it.
at that
I really
picture,
don't.
Aaron.
I know.
That looks like you trying to park at Starbucks.
in my Mazda.
Oh man, that was a fun trip.
that was a fun trip. We spent a lot of time
That's
on
good
wheels.
stuff.
I did.
That's awesome. So what's next? I know you've got which is a big event, the Great Smoky Mountain.
Yeah, so Great Smoky
Jeep
Mountain
Invasion.
Jeep Invasion. So that is the next big event that I have. That is held in Tennessee, and that will be in August. I will be in the 4L parts booth with the Jeep. Those pictures right now are actually from my last big event in the 4L parts booth, and let me tell you, that system was a hit.
Dude, I'll be honest with you, that's a first. I've not seen those pictures.
Yeah.
Holy
That-
man, Aunt Jemima,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
It is.
What's in there? What do you got going on there, Maddie? Tell us.
Oh, so again, we've needed to keep it waterproof because of the roof and everything. So naturally, we went for as much marine grade products as possible. So
Yes.
across the top there, we've got 4 9-inch towers. That's made on a custom bar that I made here. Because there's not a lot of sound bars about for these Jeeps, and I wanted to keep everything kicker orientated. So the clamps that actually hold those towers to that bar actually hold the bar to the factory roll cage. So everything is kicker.
Yeah, everything.
Now those 4 9s, they're running off of a 1200. That's underneath the rear bench seat. The 2 beauties that you see in front of you right there, that's 2 1800s, and in the box are 4 12-inch Q-class subs. Just in the back end. Now those 1800s have got 2 runs of power each and 2 runs of ground each.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, in the back end, we don't ever turn those towers on unless that back window is open.
Yeah.
Because you can't hear anything.
Yeah.
If we move slightly forward, we've got 4 8-inch KMXLs in the American soundbar. And again, that soundbar soundproof. There you go. Look at how we squeezed all of that into this Jeep. I will never know.
I was so happy.
I remember that thing. I love that. Yeah, that was a great book.
We've also running the soundbar is the 800 amp. That's also under the rear bench seat. And then what we've got snug next to that is a 4800 XS battery.
Yeah.
And then we've got a pair of 6.5s in the front dash.
Yeah.
Further on, we've got a 2500 XS battery under the bonnet. And then the whole Jeep is zero gauged front to back. Engine bay, everything is zero gauge. Now, that's a lot of bass. I knew what Kicker was capable of. So when we got our Dynamat, I was like, hey, could you send a little bit extra? So we actually doubled up the Dynamat Extreme from the bench seat back.
Yeah.
Along with the whole Jeep
Along
being
with
done.
The whole Jeep is done. Like inner door skin, outer door skin, plastic door skin.
The license plate.
The license plate is done.
Of course, yes.
And
Well,
the
Lord
windows are
knows
still
you got to
doing
keep that
this.
dynamite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the windows are still and it's the door handles because she has custom door handles. So you turn it up and
They just fluctuate, you know.
but it was I mean, and then having to obviously wire up all the RGB lights.
Yeah.
So the towers run off the soundbar as well.
And we did upgrade the alternator. We're running a 400 amp alternator from JS
Nice.
Alternators. And we stay around 14.6 volts, which is really good.
Rock solid. Yes.
Yeah. Even when we're booming, I think we'll drop down. I mean, if we're heavy, we'll drop down to 12.9, maybe. But usually we don't go below 13.
Yeah, it's
And the biggest compliment we get is how clear it sounds.
Yes.
100%.
Well,
they
Maddie,
can't get
that's one of the reasons that I wanted to work with you on this project, because I know that you know what good sound sounds like. And that's critical because when you're representing Kicker as a brand ambassador, having good sound that happens to be loud, but good and loud, that's the hard part. And Jacob, I know Jacob was working with you on the system design. And
Me and Jake went back and forth. I mean, he was a solid resource. I mean, I cannot thank that dude enough. And the amount of times I bugged you as well. Like, do you know what I mean? It took a while to put this system together, but
yes, it did.
Like I was double checking this, double checking that, making sure this was right, because I wanted to make sure that when we did the build, you know what I mean? Obviously a massive thank you to Kicker. It was a case of we did the absolute best we could with the tools we had available to not only show off the brand, but show off, look, if you just spend a little bit of time, research some products, you can blow your eardrums out, and you're going to hear those high notes just as you do it as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Well, let me tell you, it is a huge relief and help and peace of mind when we know when we're teaming with somebody on a build like this, on this level of support, that has that knowledge that you guys do and what you do, because you knocked it out of the park at the first swing. And trust me, that does not always happen.
No.
I learned so much. I remember when he first got everything hooked up to where we got sound out. I came out and I was so excited, and he was still like, nope, it still needs some tweaking. And I'm like on cloud nine, like it's amazing. He's like, nope, it's not there yet. But we got it there, and it really is the greatest thing, and everybody loves it.
And you learn so much.
I did learn so much.
Because I'm coming in like, babe, this, come here. Right.
It's funny. It's funny that you mentioned about the clarity and everything, because that is one of the biggest things I learned. Because up until this point, I just knew I wanted a system that was clear and had the bass and waterproof, and of course I wanted to be able to wheel with it. That's about as much knowledge as I had at the beginning of this, and now I'm able to hold conversations about audio, and it's cool.
That's awesome.
When we had the roof off and the doors off and everything else off.
Oh, we for sure tested the marine grade part of that. We got caught. We got caught in what seemed like a monsoon in Florida. You saw some of the pictures, or you posted some of the pictures of that from Jeep Beach. We had the top off, the doors off, and we were getting blasted with rain and still bumping. It was great.
Well, that's awesome.
That's great. Well, hey, Kayla, for for our audience that aren't yet fans of yours, where can they find you? What's your social?
Yeah, so I have Instagram, which is MissSarge_JKU. And then I have TikTok, which is Miss Sarge. And then my Facebook Jeep page is also Miss Sarge. So as long as you remember the Jeep name, you'll find me.
Yeah. Okay. And of course, you're linked on our social as well. But I want to make sure that our guys and girls can find you and start following you as well.
Yay. Thank you so much.
You guys have been.
I'm the have a demo.
Yeah. If you're in Tennessee, next week, is it next weekend? Yeah.
No,
Tennessee
not until August.
Oh, August.
That's August.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then we're going
we
to
do
find some
dinners.
time. Well, and you're going to be coming up when we can get scheduled.
Yeah.
And we're going to do a photo shoot and stuff on the Jeep and the whole
are.
bit and get Jesse.
Yeah,
and,
I'm very
Fantastic.
excited to
Oh,
get
that'll be
back
a
up
ton.
there.
yeah, we'll definitely look forward to that. And like I said, we really appreciate, you've come on, on the roster, on the group, with the team, and just fit like a shirt on a pocket. So
Yes, and I thank you guys so much for having me, and it's such an honor to work with you guys. So thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you. And hey, before we let you go, something looks a little different. Maddie, you look like you might be engaged or something.
What?
Oh, look at that, huh? You're going to upgrade him from boyfriend to husband.
I know, what? It's crazy.
I'm getting away now.
I forgot we hadn't seen you guys since that happened.
Well, congratulations.
Yep.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh, Maddie, you're in for it now, pal.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I already knew that. As soon as she's like, I drive a Jeep and I want audio.
Hey, you be good to that girl.
Oh, trust me. She's
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Have a good evening. Appreciate you.
Thanks, you too.
Good night, y'all. See you.
All right, friends.
She's awesome. They're both great. They're a great pair. They're a great pair.
As a married dynamic duo, oh my God.
Yeah, that'll be a fun wedding.
Well, and I haven't heard the story from Maddie's mouth yet, but I know that in true Maddie style, he proposed in a very unconventional way. So we'll have to bring that up next time, if he lets us.
We'll see that.
So, friends, we're going to take a 30-second break. We're going to reset here, and we'll be back with our other guests. We've got Nicole Johnson and Aaron Hagar. So we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Music is my passion, my livelihood, and it's in my DNA. My pals at Kicker Marine Audio gave me a chance to take the music, what I love and listen to, at home, on stage, and in the car, onto the water. Hi, this is Jason Bonham, and I want to say a big thank you to my friends at Kicker Audio for inspiring the songs and the stories behind the music that inspires America. Go overboard! This is your time.
Welcome back. Thanks for sticking around. We have two more very special guests, and because it's ladies first, we're going to bring Nicole in first, and then we'll bring Aaron in shortly thereafter. So, Nicole, come on in.
What's up, guys?
Nicole, baby.
How are you guys? Oh, where's Delmar? Where's Delmar?
Delmar got in trouble. Yeah, there was an unfortunate incident at the lingerie and bait shop that we won't talk about on air. But he is in timeout. So
Right. All right. Cool.
hey,
You're never gonna live that down, Roger.
No, so cool to see you, Nicole. Thank you so much for being on here. Where are you at? Are you in the home shop, in the home garage?
This is my garage in Las Vegas, and this is my 2008 Porsche Boxster that we're building into a track car. My husband has some mad bending and welding skills. So,
wow.
Yeah, check it out. You can barely, I'll move it out of the way for a second. You see that?
That
I can
is
actually
gonna
bring
be,
it a little, look, I can bring it a little closer.
That is going to be bad ass. Oops, can I say that on national TV?
No, unless it has bird chaps in it, you can't say that.
Damn it. I said the word. Hey, Ernie, can you edit that?
We had to take, can you see this?
Oh,
Yes, yeah,
we're
we can
gonna-
see it.
Oh.
Yeah, Nicole, we can see it. We got you.
God, that is cool.
Suspension in order to tie in. Can you see it barely?
A
To the
little
rear
bit.
strut towers. Anyway,
Wow.
it was great. And you know what's really crazy about this is I just want a lot of experience on a track. I don't intend to race. This is not a race car. I made my 79-year-old mom a promise that I wasn't going to race. And I just want more experiences. And that leads me to the whole, what am I doing now, which is Nicole Johnson's detour. And it's my detour from everything else I already know, which is rock crawling and off-road racing and monster trucks. And I'm like, Porsches? Ooh, resto mods? Ooh, hot rods? It's all the things like my dad was into when he was alive. And I was just so, into my rock crawling and off-road thing that I wasn't really paying attention to all of those other things. You think that your world is this big when you're doing that and you're involved in it. And then you step back from it and you realize it's this tiny sliver of the whole pie of the automotive world. So I am having so much fun. And the whole premise of the show is I want to drive everything. So every episode, I get to drive something that's new to me. And Aaron Hagar let me drive his
I know, and Aaron, I know I was, one of my favorite things to get to do in my job is connecting dots and connecting people, that I respect and love, and they're just good humans. And when I can connect like I did with you and Aaron, who is just one of my favorite people. Yeah, years ago. Are we going to bring him on together?
Let's bring Aaron
Can we bring Aaron on together?
Aaron. Yeah, let's bring Aaron on in here. Since we're talking about it. Aaron, welcome.
He doesn't know he's on yet.
Am I on?
Wait, wait, I didn't know this was sponsored by Just for Men. What? Aaron. What?
But Roger, I haven't tuned it up in a few weeks.
Hey, I can use that.
Hello, everyone.
Nicole,
Hello.
Don't change.
Aaron, how are you, brother? How are you?
I'm tired. Look, I got baggage. I got luggage. I'm tired. I'm tired.
That'll cost you extra on American.
I'm good. I'm trying to figure this stuff out. Raj, I'm trying to figure this stuff out. I'm not that guy, and there's no one up here with any talent. So, I just can't get this right if I try. I just pull this out and I'm ready to go. Let's do this.
No, wrong tool, Aaron.
Oh, that's what's going on. Oh, man.
That's, well,
it's never happened.
At what point did we lose control of this show?
35 minutes ago.
Yeah. No.
When we invited Aaron and Nicole on.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello? No,
Yeah,
I'm busy.
that's right.
Give me a minute. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry
Okay.
about that.
Aaron?
Thank you.
Aaron, is that you?
Yeah, that's you.
Oh, it's Nicole. Wrong number. Wrong number.
Nicole.
Wrong number.
Got it.
Yeah, well, I tell you, those two have a lot of soul. Yes.
Hey, Roger. Roger's on fire. Yeah.
I'll be here all week.
All the people that tuned into this are like, what was the topic?
Be sure to try the veal.
Wait, just give me a minute.
Yeah. But sir, yes, I mean, great segue back to that, Nicole.
Come here. Look, I have a, come here.
Oh, great.
Sorry,
we got
we have a visitor. Come here. No,
I know. Hey, you're gonna get.
I brought a pet too.
Hold on. Look at this. Look at that. That's JoJo puppy.
Nice. That's awesome.
She's crazy.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Nicole, the Porsche's looking pretty good. I warned you. It's a can of worms. You're going deep on that. I warned you.
We are going
that's what
deep.
I was going to say.
It started with our compound Toyos, and it led to full cage.
Yeah.
Well, you were talking about getting track experience. Mm-hmm. I mean, the old bearded one here has got some track experience with some bad cars. I mean, let's just tell you. So I
We've
guarantee
had many
when you get
conversations. Yeah.
Yes, when you get that thing done, I know somebody that'll jump behind the wheel. So,
it's actually small in there. We've got RaceQuip seats, FIA seats that are going in it. RaceQuip was super generous and they gave us seats, but they're large, and we wanted to put the biggest seat we could so that I could share this experience with other people, so that they can borrow the car and take it out. But that
this is a medium now, Nicole. This is a medium.
Yeah.
This is a medium now.
I'm supposed to be a medium. But we got to pad it. It's like 3 inches or 4 inches too big for me too. But anyway, it's tight.
Nicole,
in
you
there.
want a seat that
You're
fits. Trust
medium?
me. You'll find that out the hard way. You want a seat that fits. I mean, you
We'll
got to be
pad it.
snug in that thing. So.
I'll go hit
yeah.
Chick-fil-A.
Come on.
Speaking of which,
for cookies.
I'm working on it.
So
There you go.
All right,
Peace.
just so we put some semblance of context back to this for the viewers at home that haven't
I have no idea why
already-
they joined us today.
It's kicked the sanity right out of the show. Yeah.
Yeah. For all of you that have not left and gone to Sonic to get a slushie.
Because you want to fit in my seat.
Yeah, right. You're fitting her seat. But seriously.
What do you
I want
mean?
everybody to know.
What are you talking about, Nicole?
God. That is laughing in our ears.
Killing me here.
Audio. I'm sorry. We're talking about audio, aren't we? The bag of chips
commercial?
never works with audio.
And this is why we cannot have nice things. I'm just saying, we can't have nice things.
This is why this is the last time we're ever allowed on together.
Hey, you've been
Well, I knew it was
warned.
gonna be the
We
last
warned
time
you
I-
guys. We warned you.
I told them too. If they had me on here with you guys, it's going to be a jackknife chicken truck right off the bat.
There it is. There it is.
But seriously, to let everybody know, these two people seriously are, when we talk about what a brand ambassador is and what they are for Kicker and what they mean to us, and the true meaning of it being starting with a relationship, it doesn't get any better example than these two here.
Absolutely.
I can't tell you how dear
Very kind.
these two are to my heart. And we got to go. We got Steven over here dancing. He's dancing to Lindy.
We gotta go. Bye, folks. That's it.
Well, the FCC just cut us off.
Let's go.
It's our cameraman. He's throwing signals at us.
Really? Yeah, no, we saw
doing
it.
some of this.
I'm not into
Punt.
baseball. Yeah, punt, steal third. But they have, for all you out there, I think. Well, have they both been on the show before?
Yes.
At different times.
No,
Nicole, have you been
Aaron was
on?
Nicole's never been on.
Nicole, you never been on?
Studio. Aaron was
she
in the
hasn't been
studio.
on. But Aaron's been on studio. But, good Lord, Nicole, you go back, let's see, Jason Jones, my good friend and
Probably
predecessor.
2007 or 8, maybe.
6 or 7, yeah.
15
And
years,
Aaron's,
probably.
yeah, and Aaron's been around since the Earth
He's been
cooled.
here 106 years.
Yeah.
Since the Earth cooled.
I mean, first the
thought he was
dinosaurs
as old
came,
as
and then
how
they all
long he's
died
been
and turned into oil. Yeah.
Hey, I got more props. You guys just keep them coming.
Is that one of your big fans?
It's relative. That thing's huge. Look at that thing. It's huge.
He's got one.
One of us. He's got one
But
big
then
fan.
again, I've got a little tiny Sharpie, so I'm not really sure about all that.
There you go. Well, Stephen, what do we need to do now?
We're supposed to talk about something.
Yeah. Well,
We are.
so
Let's hear it. I've
like to
already
know-
seen some comments in here on the side here that people are like, I have no idea what's going on.
How come I
We're
can't
old
see
friends.
the comments?
let me
Clearly,
circle
we're
it
old
back.
friends. That's it.
So-
That's it.
I can't see the comments. How does that work? I can't see
Oh,
them.
they're yeah. So, but hey, Ernie, can you throw up my laptop real quick? I want to ask Nicole what's going on in this picture here on my laptop.
Oh my goodness, when is that? I'm vacuuming at SEMA. That was SEMA, and I was running the vacuum in your booth
Yes.
and wearing headphones.
Is that
The housekeeper. I couldn't. I know. They wouldn't let me in, so I applied as the housekeeper, and I came around and vacuumed.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And you're dancing.
I thought that was Mary Ann from the Gilligan's Island.
Yeah.
This is about
Very-
2000.
Oh, I am skinny.
7,
Skinny.
8. I
Take
think.
that down. Yeah, it's a long time ago.
That's AI. That's all AI.
This is the first time I met you, and that was that's how I remember you. The first time I met you, is like, this crazy lady is listening to music, dancing while vacuuming our booth. I love her.
You want to be an influencer?
Oh, don't say
See,
the I word.
Don't say the I word.
Don't say the I word.
So how did we start working with Nicole? How did that
Well, like
happen?
I said, that's what I was telling you. We go back, Jason Jones,
Yeah.
who originally was doing all of our sports theme with our brand ambassadors, whatever. I'll be honest with you, you'd have to give me the background.
I can tell you the background. So when we had first started rock crawling competition, we were out practicing in Las Vegas. We were on some gnarly rocks and driving. We had a 4-seat buggy at the time, and I'm driving up some crazy rocks, and this guy named Scott Atwell from Fi Car Audio, F-I, Car Audio here in Las Vegas, comes up and says, "Do you have any sponsors? Can I sponsor you?" And we went, "What? What are you talking about?" And then he hooked me up with you guys. He introduced me to Jason. He installed Kicker products, and he suggested that we have a relationship together. He literally came up and said, "Do you have any sponsors? Can I sponsor you?" And so he helped us out a little and introduced me to Jason. And so
there. Look at this picture. Hold it right there.
Yeah. So that
let everybody take a good look at that. And if she won't,
yeah. Those tires are as tall as I am.
Yeah.
So that's a 5'6" person right there. Those tires.
Right. So
that's up there.
For those of you keeping score at home, I mean, that is a full-size Monster Jam monster truck.
It looks like a toy.
And this lovely lady that you have, it looks like a toy.
Yes.
Miss Nicole here, she won't brag on herself, but I will. So I recall you were the first woman to do a backflip in a monster truck. Now let that soak in.
To land it.
Let's all take a soak in minute.
There had been an attempt, but yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. I was grateful for that moment because, you don't get a trophy. You don't get, well, if you win, I suppose you do, but you don't get a raise, nothing like that. This is all a little bit about bragging rights. And I just wanted to be able to tell grandkids someday that I did that. I just wanted to be able to say that I did it. You know what I mean? And I led a really fun life. So, I don't remember where those cheerleaders came from.
Hey, somebody on the feed asked, did the landing hurt?
Yeah.
No,
I just saw
no,
that.
we've got great safety gear. Had neck restraint, Simpson helmet. I always wore a carbon fiber Simpson helmet, Hans device. And in fact, they've just outfitted me with new current, you got to have updated equipment for my Porsche. And a new fire suit also for my Porsche and for the show. So, but no, as long as you have the right safety equipment. And our very good friend, Scott Birdsall, Aaron, was in a really horrific wreck at Pikes Peak in Old Smoky this last weekend. But because his awesome safety equipment was what it was, he's fine. So honestly, with a great helmet and great Hans device, you're going to be fine, hopefully, if your cage is strong. So. Yep, good.
And your belts
you always have
are tight.
to trust your equipment. Absolutely.
Belts are tight.
Belts are tight. Yes, tight belts.
Real tight.
Real tight.
Real tight.
Exhale like chaps, perhaps.
I can't breathe.
Yeah, right.
Don't say the chaps word.
No.
Chapstick.
Chapstick.
It's just,
that may be one of
right.
our new show sponsors when this is all said and done.
chapstick.
Yeah,
For anybody who's watching that doesn't know, it's that you don't know.
We can't take him anywhere.
Well, I'm not anywhere. I'm in my own place, in my own space, in my own house. I could do whatever I want.
I know. We're not even sure he has pants on.
Don't tempt him.
Oh, okay. Thank God. All right. Okay. So, so we go back. So that's where, with Nicole, I mean, rocking all that. And it's just morphed. And I tell you, the show. So talk a little bit about, when I introduced the two of you which before that, but to do an episode of Detour with the Pinsgauer.
So the show is, I want to drive everything. And of course, Aaron has everything. He's got a sea breacher. He's got a sea breacher. Do the noise. Do the dolphin noise.
Oh, no. This is my favorite line.
Noise, Aaron.
I'm sorry. I don't currently have that at the shop. It's in a museum.
Oh God, yeah, right.
Well, we got to hear about that too.
Well, we're gonna get. Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that. Really.
Aaron's stuff is amazing. We were fortunate to go see all of his stuff before it got in a museum. But Aaron's collection,
that is not my collection.
Okay,
I wish that was my collection. Oh my gosh. I'll take that one and that one. There you go. That's my collection. That's reality right there. There you go. Hey, they all run except that one.
Hey,
and
Ernie,
that one,
go back
and
to that other
picture.
picture.
Back to Nicole.
That
on the front.
That looks like an outtake from an early Mad Max film.
That is AI. That is AI, right, Nicole?
Totally AI.
The Morgan is in there. That's your Morgan.
There you go. Reality.
I've told you to quit sniffing glue.
We were trying to decide what to drive at Aaron's place because he has such an eclectic collection of minis and Isettas and Morgan three-wheeler and Triumph. But I'm an off-roader and I want to drive the Pinzgauer. So we went up and visited Aaron. You know, you get to see all of the kind of cool things he has on the wall and why he has this shop and why he shares his space with people, which is awesome. And then we go get in this thing and it's Henri and it doesn't want me to shift from first to second, but that's okay because I wanted the hard route. I could have started in second and gone a really boring, easy drive, but I wanted the hard route. And then he, of course, he's like an older brother poking me the whole time. Nicole,
he was.
Nicole, just get it, Nicole.
It was. That was
I don't
good.
think I've ever sweat so much as when she was driving.
Yeah, fun time.
Well, but Aaron,
that was because the sun was on you, sir. The sun.
Right.
That's why.
Tell the viewers at home that are still here. We were saying.
Yeah, we haven't run away.
Yeah, I mean, they're hearing this word Pinzgauer, and it's not a Russian weightlifter. So tell us who this is, what that is, Aaron. Tell us about the Pinzgauer.
It's a cow.
It's
a cow.
Yeah, it is.
Pinzgauer is a cow. It's a type of cow. We don't ride these cows. They're very angry cows. No, it's a Swiss Army truck, 1972. It's a box truck. It was used in the military offshore and retired in the 80s. And it was an old radio truck. It's a really neat. They're fascinating vehicles. They have portal axles and hydraulic front and rear lockers, and they're really cool, huh, Nicole? They're loud, poor gas mileage, noisy. Oh, that would be loud and noisy, I guess. And a lot of fun to drive. Yeah, 4-cylinder, air-cooled, inline. They sound like a Volkswagen. And
they're hilarious going down the road because you're so sitting on top of that axle or maybe in front of it. I can't remember, but you're way up in front. Like, it looks
very
funny
cab
going
forward.
down the road.
There it is.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
See, I'm always like this.
Yeah.
See? Yeah. But really, really fun. And Nicole did very well. They can be really challenging to drive. You have to stir it into second, stir it into reverse. You know, there's great terminology that we learned in all of her comments. And it was nothing to do with Nicole's skill set. She did really well. That thing is a mother.
And there's a reason why we called the episode Pesky Pinzgauer, because I felt like it was just beating me up and pesky. It was like Henri and a little get away. It was a pesky little Pinzgauer.
Well, it was a ton of fun. Well, so Nicole, now? I mean, that obviously was a great episode. How many do you have now on your channel that you've done?
So we started the channel 2 years ago, and we have 24 episodes. We put out about one a month. It's a very big undertaking. It's a professionally produced show. And I've got a really, really talented producer who believes in it firmly. And so we are quality over quantity. And in 24 episodes, we have over 18 million views and 158,000 subscribers. So we're growing. And our next episode is going to be so amazing. I drove a 1 of 5 1964 FIA Shelby Cobra at Willow Springs.
Ooh, wow.
It doesn't really get much cooler than that. So
Nicole makes friends.
Really excited.
Nicole makes friends.
Yeah.
She makes friends.
Yes. Yeah, it was a fun experience too. So anyway,
well,
check it
tell
out if you
people
haven't.
though, we want to make sure everybody knows how to get to check out the show, because I'm serious. If you haven't checked it out,
Nicole Johnson.
Please do
on
yourself
YouTube.
a favor, do
Super
Nicole a
easy.
favor, check it out.
Yeah. Nicole Johnson's Detour on YouTube. We're really, really particular. I mean, I suppose the reason why we're on here is because you want to talk about being a brand ambassador. And, we're very particular about what brands we work with because I have to believe in it. We're not going to just sell out to somebody who just throws a few bucks at us and to, push this little widget that I don't believe in. So there's a reason why for so many years, I love you guys. And we are very, very selective on who we work with. And because it's my reputation too, that if I promote a product or a brand, I have to believe in it. And you guys are the ones that go back the longest for me. So I think being true to yourself is a big key to this. Obviously putting out very shareable content is what helps you grow.
Right.
But I truly believe in you guys, and I'm blessed to be a part of this little family.
Well, let's be
believe in
thanks, Nicole. Yeah, as goofy as it is, but
as goofy as it is,
I think it's good to point out, and you two, quite frankly, come from, let's just say it, the older era. I don't know how else to put it. I mean,
it's the beard.
Are you talking
isn't
about
it?
me?
It's
I mean, think about though. When we went back, give me your damn phone again. These infernal things. Yeah.
I'm not older era.
No.
Aaron is vintage. Aaron's vintage.
Vintage.
So.
Yes. But
Nicole, you are not getting a Christmas card.
Yeah. These dang things. When, before social media, before the phones, before all that, you were with us, and we have a lot of, I almost said it.
Almost.
Brand ambassadors that have been with us since or before everything with social media and all that.
Before Instagram and
Yeah.
TikTok and all of these things. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it used
And
to
I
be
think
press releases
you
that
would
you had
agree.
to put out.
We don't ask you just said, hey, buy this P35 space modulator because it's cool.
I got one of those. They're awesome. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, they are. We don't do that. It's just about being who you are, being genuine, being a fan of the brand, and riding, as Ernie likes to say, we ride for the brand because we believe in it, and we are really blessed. Real quick, it's like you asked me earlier on how long I've been here.
Right.
20 years. And I'll let everybody know out there, we have about 200 people, give or take, that work here at Kicker. And I've been here 20 years. I'm number 63 on the seniority list at 20 years.
Wow.
Do the math.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Great
tells you
stuff.
something about what Mr. Irby has
Yes,
built
yes.
and the culture he has. And that spills over into these people great people like yourselves
Yes.
that we bring in. And Aaron, I know you like to say I can remember when we met, but really the connection with you and your family and the brand goes back
To the
before
80s.
that.
Yeah, I think Dad's Trans Am is 79 Trans Am. We went to our local stereo shop down the street, and he installed a set of kickers in there, and because Dad had to have his music, And
Let's tell people if they don't know who your dad is.
Sam Kinnison. Still alive and well. No,
Who is that?
No, Dad actually, Sammy Hagar. Dad just got his Hollywood Star Walk of Fame. He's going to get a star.
Awesome.
I mean, whoa! I mean,
That's
Rock and Roll
awesome.
Hall of Fame. I mean, it's a big year for the family. Let me tell you. But yeah, it's so we go way back. Even though we weren't as connected back then, we've been working with an affiliate. You guys sponsored that build, I believe, and we did another car with the Camel radio at the same time, and that was fully outfitted. And yeah, I mean, this goes way back. So then there was a gap of like 30 years, but no,
But I got to tell you,
we've been together almost 20 years. with
yes,
this.
and I got to tell the story because it's always it's just one of the things that endeared me so much to Aaron from the get-go. We were at a event up in California. We didn't know each other, and my wife and I are sitting at a table in this restaurant, and this dude comes strolling by, and he's wearing this cool shop shirt with all these great old school, the patches and stuff on it.
Yeah.
And I can remember it like yesterday, and I was like, dude, man, I dig that shirt. And you just stopped and were like, oh, man, yeah. You plops down and sit, and we visit. And we sit there and have a great time for half an hour. And then he pops off around the party, whatever. And somebody later goes, well, yeah, you know who that is, right? I'm like, no, his name's Aaron,
Nice.
And then, of course, when they said he was Sam Kinnison's illegitimate son, it just really threw me off. But no, so that just can tell you right there buckets about this guy's character and how genuine he is. And we've had a lot of fun. We've had a lot of fun and a lot of good stuff and projects.
We've jackknifed a lot of chicken trucks.
But I tell you, we have jackknifed a lot of chicken trucks. But I tell you, man, this thing with the museum up in Reno.
Yeah.
Right? Tell everybody about that, because this is such an honor, and we're honored to have somebody that's museum worthy.
Well, it's just a marketing
not that should be in a museum like me, but
old things are usually in museums. Old things are usually in museums.
That's what I told them. I said, I'm still alive.
Let's see, wait a minute.
You guys realize
Aaron,
that?
hold on a second. That's one for Nicole.
No, it's true. And I said that to him. I said, are you sure you're thinking of the right dude? I mean, I'm still alive. Yeah. So this goes back again to friendships and relationships. A family that I've known a long time. She's now one of the board members, and they're looking for some fresh blood and trying to turn over a new leaf at the Hera Museum, which is now the National Automotive Museum in Reno. 105,000 square feet. I mean, this thing's legit. It's in the top 10 of the nation's greatest auto museums, and it's number 7. It's not even like it's just holding up the pile. I mean, it's a great place, and it's awesome, and it still harbors 100 and something cars of the Hera collection, along with like the Batmobile, and it's a great place, and everyone should go there. And they asked me if I would like to participate and be in the museum. And again, I asked them, are you sure you got the right guy? And of course, the timing was horrible, because I'm about to leave for the Arctic Circle in 2 weeks, and I'm desperately trying to get all my 2 trucks together that we're taking. And I said, sure, because that's what you do when you're asked to be in a museum.
Yes.
And so, I curated as much as I could that was here and available. And I had to start from scratch with the art, because when they showed me the space, I was like, whoa. I mean, we're talking 80 feet long, 20 feet wide, 20 feet high. Wow. I thought I had a lot of stuff. My work looks like Polaroid pictures on your living room wall. So I had to print like 44 by 60 inch paintings and have them all framed locally. Marcus from Marcus Ashley Gallery that they're framing. Oh, they did me good. They framed and matted and stretched close to 30 pieces in like 4 days. I mean, wow. And we filled that place. Every day I kept bringing more stuff in. Like, how's this? You think this will work? And trying to tell a story and kind of an evolution of life. Like, I never thought of my life as a museum exhibit, So I mean, just like the most incredible thing ever to happen. I mean, our kids are born, we get married, we have great friends, and we see people pass, and all these amazing things happen in our lives that we celebrate. And being in a museum wasn't even on my list. Again,
it's
because I'm alive.
Man.
So thank you. I'm honored, and Phil and Katrina just did me right. And all I can say is thank you. All I want to do is make the museum proud. I know I am there. It's not always because, what a great artist or what great cars. I'm there because it's a good match. It's a good story. Yeah. It's bringing people into the museum. It's helping support the museum and what it does. And if I can help with that, I'm all in, and I love it. So thank you.
Is he the most humble guy ever?
I am.
You're amazing. You're so good.
It's amazing, and I tell you too, we can't forget too. We got to talk about, like you said, what you got behind this Alaska trip. You and I've been talking about this now for
a couple years.
A couple years. Yeah. Now it's finally coming about. I know we've got some gear.
We are well equipped.
Good Lord.
We're going to scare off all the bear.
Yeah, scare off all them big bear. Oh. The big
play
bass
Sasquatch noises.
Yeah. Well, but the thing is, it's not just our gear. What you've outfitted in this Jeep, so you need to tell us a little bit about how this came about, what's in this Jeep, of course, our gear to tie in.
Sure. But actually, I'm going to step back 1 second and say, you guys are in a museum. I've got kicker stuff and everything in there.
That's right.
And it's in a museum. Yeah, and it's awesome, including the Woody wagon. Which do we do a number on that? We got 4 6x5s. We've got the 4 tweeters in there. We've got 4 12-inch subs, 4 amps. I mean, that thing is rocking. But yeah, to carry that over, I have my Land Rover Defender as well, which we're running a 12-inch sub in that, a passive, and then I've got 4 sets of 4s in the front, and I was working on the sound bar for the back, but I blew it up because I put it in the Pinsgauer, and that was 24 volt, and I forgot which side of the lead you connect to. So apologies. So I think I did that twice, right? I did that twice.
Yeah.
So I'm
really wasn't going to bring that up.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Sometimes you just can't see straight, and I don't always open my good eye. So, but no, this is rocking, and I'm loving it. And then recently, with the Gladiator, we did a lot of stuff. So I do have that wonderful sound bar in the back, which we use all the time, and I love. And I didn't even need to put the power bar. I didn't even need to put the sub in there because it just sounds good. And because it's in
outstanding.
And it's the short one too, and it really sounds good. And then inside, I took up some good old real estate for another 12-inch in there, nice sub in there. And then we replaced all of the factory stereo with you guys in there. So the sound bar above, we've got 4 inches in there. We got 4-inch in there, and then some little small ones in the dash. I think there's 4 more of those.
I think John,
2 3/4. But you know what? They sound good. It sounds really good. I never thought something that small would sound good, and it does.
Well, it brings the sound stage up, right?
Yeah. It does.
It's going to bring the sound stage up.
And the sub fills it in. We've got a pair of 4s above that or 4.5 that fill that in as well. I mean, I was really impressed. And Linkswell, you hooked us up with Linkswell, and they put a beautiful, big old iPad in there.
Yeah. Good. And the guys at Linkswell are really nice, and they make that's a great product.
I love that thing. It's really good. So I didn't think I'd be replacing the factory system in that, and I kind of felt guilty because everything I have has to have kicker, and I'm a big audio guy, obviously. But I mean, John said, "Let's do it. We can make that work," and he put it all together, and Roger made the list, and we're in.
To be clear on that, it's John Myers.
John Myers.
Everybody's
the legend. There's only one John.
Everybody's favorite character from Lord of the Rings.
What?
John has actually come to my house personally and tuned the system in my vehicle for me. He's awesome.
Same. John's the man.
Oh, John.
Yeah. John's everywhere.
Well, we did, Aaron.
Well, he's not there, apparently.
We're getting the night off. He needs a break.
Yeah, it's late your time.
Yeah. But John, I mean, I remember, Aaron, we did that crazy thing at Heavenly
Angel
Mountain.
Fire.
Not Angel Fire. No, it was Heavenly Mountain.
Yeah. We built a portable. Yeah, I can sense
it was on a snowcat.
It was on a snowcat. So we built this giant transformer box that opened from the side and the top, and I don't even know how many speakers we have in that thing. But we have those 13-inch square subs. I think there's 8 of them. I mean, you can imagine this thing. You can hear it in Nevada and California, which was the plan.
I think they
From the top of the mountain.
Yeah, they quit using dynamite to do the actual, you know, when they have to do a controlled avalanche, they just point that thing right up at it.
I think it actually started a couple, so they moved it like to a different part of the hill, but they're still using it to this day. I think we built that 10 years ago.
I know they are.
Yeah.
And they're still using it.
8 or 10 years ago.
Yeah, a long time. And I don't believe that they've had to replace much of anything. I think one of the amps after all these, now mind you, this thing sits out in the cold all season long, and I think they had to replace an amp or update them maybe, and one of the 13-inch subs I think got damaged from that avalanche. But other than that, that thing is still rocking up there. It's still still giving people heart attacks.
That's what if that thing can be driven. Hey, you know what? If that thing can be driven, Nicole.
Hey,
I would drive.
You want to drive
up there? Let's go up there and do a snowcat thing.
That would be awesome. I want to drive everything.
I can't arrange that.
Real, I can call everything.
I can call Jeremy Renner. I hear he needs a driver. Oh, is it too soon? Is it too soon? I love that guy. I love that guy. It's all in love. Man, how about?
By the way, Aaron knows everybody.
No, actually, I don't know. I don't know Jeremy. I would love to know Jeremy. I sent him a couple notes, but so did everybody else. But no, I mean that guy. I want to hear that guy's story.
I know someone who knows Jeremy. So
I've heard true good things that he's truly a good dude.
Oh, he is.
He was very fortunate. Dude. That was scary.
Good dude. Yeah, that was scary. I'm surprised Scott Birdsall made it out okay from what he went through. He almost did the same thing. On the
I was up there with him. I left on Saturday, had to come home early, but I was up there with him and helping him. I'm the last person to wash the windows of Old Smoky.
Oh, really?
I was up there. Yeah, I went up on Thursday and Friday and was just trying to be helpful. I brought him cookies. I figured that would help.
Thankfully, Nicole had washed the windows
a little too
and
much
not
sugar.
wet the brakes.
Oh, shoot. Was I supposed to do that?
Nicole's like, what's this little nipple thing for the brakes? Am I supposed to still have this?
What is that?
Not funny. Is it too soon?
Not too soon. Too soon. Yes.
So, Nicole, how are we going to get? We haven't talked about how are we getting tunes in that portion.
Oh,
can we put tunes in it?
You know, a flat 6 is a lot of music, right? A flat 6 sounds
so
really
amplify
good
it, Nicole. Amplify it. If you get enough sub in the back, it should propel you forward 0.6 miles per hour.
Yeah,
get you out of those corners quicker.
How to do that.
Yeah.
I thought we were just
let
going
that
to take
suspension
a
load.
That would amplify it, but.
Or you could just make it sound like a V8. You could pump.
All of a sudden.
You could pump some Ferrari noises and get a 12 out of that sucker.
There you go. Speaking of Ferrari, do you have plans to fix your dad's Ferrari anytime soon?
I believe
I want to drive it.
Well, Johnny O and I discussed it the other day. Thank you for your friendship with Johnny O and passing that on to me. Lunatic, good guy. I think it's going right into the museum as well. It looks like we might have some permanent exhibits, being the Woody Wagon, Red Voodoo, and the BB512. Don't worry, there's time. We can discuss this.
Where's Red Voodoo? Hey, Ernie, bring up Red Voodoo again.
Or on camera.
We're going to see if Ernie can bring up, because we
got a picture.
We showed that. So
yes, technically, Roger put us in the first museum. So thank you, Roger.
That is the showroom of Kicker right there.
That is.
No, Nicole, that's the museum. That's the museum of Kicker.
The museum of Kicker. It's the front lobby, Aaron.
It's the museum. It's Kicker's museum.
Visitors, yes.
And I have been there. That is cool.
That actually is a scale model Matchbox size. But
Awesome. Yeah,
that's right inside.
Scott just got all of his toy cars made too. That's man.
Well, seriously, people, we hope. Okay, goodbye, Nicole. We hope.
Okay,
she's left. Okay,
are we still on? Are we still on?
Well, Today, in Russia. Oh, sorry.
Breaking news. Everything's on fire.
Oh my God.
Look, Aaron.
Oh man,
I have one.
Nice.
I have
Muscle
one. I had to
machines
go
are the
get it.
best.
I have
gotta
one.
order
I
one.
got one. I
I
got
gotta
one
order
signed.
one.
And I washed the
Nice.
windows before it died. Maybe that's why it died. I don't know.
Man.
I totally forgot. I totally forgot what I was saying.
Roger, were you saying something?
derailed.
Were you saying something?
I literally
No.
just sprinted to my room and back. Okay.
No, it's all
You
good.
kicked
but-
Roger off the rails.
and
But
that's,
hey,
that's not easy.
I do want to.
I could hear him saying, "Do
I
we still
love
have
you
Nicole?
guys.
Do we still have Nicole?"
I
yeah,
love you
no.
guys.
I just want to remind our audience that Nicole Johnson Off-Road is on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, as well as YouTube. So you can find Nicole just about everywhere at Nicole Johnson Off-Road, as well as Nicole Johnson's Detour. So she's got
That's right.
2 different things you can look up.
And Chick-fil-A.
And Chick-fil-A. And
Find
and-
us Chick-fil-A.
Because I'm going to fill my seat. I gotta start eating.
but we also want,
seat.
we want to give a little love to Aaron too, because Rat Runner's Garage. That's,
I'm nowhere.
That's what you're seeing right there, right? That is the Rat Runner's Garage.
What's
And-
left? The rest is
and-
in a museum.
Ta-ta. Right.
Right.
And Aaron's got such a great voice. He's got a podcast, Shift and Steer.
Shift and steer. Man, that's been,
Oh,
how
I
many
don't
years
say
has that been
any-
going on?
I don't get to talk and shift and steer. Brad does all the talking. I just sit there
Yeah, he
and go,
does.
You have met
another
somebody
dad
who
joke.
talks more?
yes,
You
can you
mean
believe
someone
it?
talks more than you?
There's a
Yes,
couple.
Nicole.
There's only a couple. We're pretty rare.
Yes, Nicole, miracles do happen.
Okay, quick funny story. I met some great guys at the expo in Arizona. We did the Overland Expo in Arizona, and the Hitchfire boys. That they've been sponsoring us for a little while. Good guys. And I cornered them one evening after a little caffeine. I had an iced tea, and I must have just. I mean, they were horrified. And when I said, "Oh, you know what? It's been a long time, and I've talked your ear off, so we should go," they literally turned around and ran. They ran away, and I went back and I told my wife, and I said, "You were supposed to be there to help me. Shut up." And no, they pulled their sponsorship, and I won't be barbecuing on this trip, but it was fun. Almost true story.
Almost. I like that.
You will be
Almost.
barbecuing, right? That's the truth.
There you go.
Wow.
Hold on, I hear these
but
are
also-
really good.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
What are you
Hey,
doing?
Pops.
What are you doing?
But you know what? We need to tell
Nicole,
people.
I am
Hey, just-
so. I haven't slept in days. I have no idea what
Oh,
I'm
there's
doing.
a shock.
I better put my glasses
Guy's
on.
punchy.
Wait. Whoa, I'm on that show? Oh my gosh, I
Yeah.
have no idea. Everything's clear now.
Born to rub. Hey,
Wait, his turn. Oh, no, he froze. I'm sorry.
Oh, I
Who's
hear,
laughing
I
in the
hear someone else
background?
in the
So I
background.
guess that brings us
Laughing
to a
back there.
close.
oh, I know what I was going to say.
Aaron Malin, who's laughing in the background over there?
That's Ernie.
Hey, Ernie.
We were showing
Ernie.
the rat rod. We were showing Red Voodoo in the museum. We would let them know the viewers at home. God bless you if you're still here. To come see it. That's seriously, that's here in the visitor center. We'd love for you to come to Stillwater.
Yes.
You know, we know we're a top 10 destination, at least within this county. So,
Eskimo
on.
Joe's. Come on, Eskimo
Yeah.
Joe's. That's where it all started.
no, in all seriousness, you know, come see us, and Aaron may take you out to get a gas station burrito.
So, in seriousness, if our viewers, if you do want to come take a tour of Kicker, John, Jacob, and Carlos and myself, we all do tours when we're not traveling. So if you give us some notice that you're coming, we can set up a great tour for you guys and girls.
It is.
We
It's a
love
good
doing
tour.
It. It's
It
about
is a good
90
tour.
minutes to see the whole facility, and you get to see all the really cool stuff. So
There is a
You should
room
give
of
Jeep-
history.
You should give Jeep tours of the back knoll.
There you go.
No, we can't afford to break anything else, Nicole.
No.
No, there's a pretty fancy side-by-side that you could take people out on. In the museum.
On that one.
That one's built for snow, sir.
This has been good.
Well, grass, snow, it's both slippery.
All right, Nicole, Aaron, thank you very much for being here. Thanks for being brand ambassadors. We love you guys.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon, I
Thank
hope,
you.
somewhere.
I'm sure we will. And real quick, so Aaron, now when is the Alaska trip?
2 weeks.
I was going to say it's coming up.
We leave July 5th for the Oregon Expo, and then off we go till we get back in late August, and then we'll do the Colorado Expo to bookend it, and we'll be authentic by then. And we'll be fermented by then. And then winter comes.
Yeah,
and then you start shoveling. Aaron shoveled every day for like 6 months. Your snow was incredible. Every day. You go out for 8 hours a day and shovel snow, and then it happened all over.
I wish we had included some of those pictures for everybody to see.
Oh, yeah.
Just...
The audience doesn't know where you live. You live up in...
Well, don't tell them. Good Lord.
Antarctica, apparently.
Antarctica.
South
down
Lake
in
Tahoe.
Antarctica.
Let's see.
Antarctica's the bottom, right?
536 Elm Street.
Or this one.
No.
Not this one. Yeah, okay.
South Lake Tahoe, which is also the South Arctic.
And gorgeous, year-round gorgeous.
It's starting to push that far south, isn't it? It is gorgeous.
It is. But sorry, I keep reaching down, but I have a mosquito bite in my ankle. It's making me nuts. It's making me nuts.
Use the torch, man.
That's what this was for.
Yes, use the torch.
Now I can't tell if it's the burn or if it's the burn.
Who needs off? Who needs off?
You better get me off there.
Aaron, I am going to record your laugh next time I see you for my reading.
All right.
The Woody Woodpecker laugh? That was already done.
That's awesome.
Well, seriously.
Perfect.
I'll try not to lock
Thanks,
up
you
again.
guys. Thanks, you guys.
Well,
Did we run over time?
Accomplished anything?
Did we run over time? We usually do.
I don't care if we did or not.
I think we ran off all the viewers.
Well, they were talking about cookies and stuff. I don't think they're not paying attention.
Yeah, we'll get back to our regular scheduled programming with this thing next week. Talking about.
Thank you so much, you guys. We love you guys, and I don't know what we'd do without you. It would be a mute world.
Yes, not nearly as much fun.
Well, thank you so much,
right.
and again, everybody, seriously, check out Nicole's Detour. It's a killer show. I've actually seen some comments there on the feed, so people have already been checking it out and talk about how insanely good it is. So that's cool. So thank you all for doing that. And,
thank you.
Like I said, Aaron's one of the most talented individuals I've ever had the pleasure to know, and it's cool to see what you do. And you guys give us a lot of love, and we sincerely apprate it.
Yes, thank you guys.
Really
Not enough. You kidding me?
Yep.
My wife always says, you got to be doing more for Kicker. I'm like, I know. I know.
Well, we'll see you guys at SEMA in Vegas.
I was going to say, and then it's before you know it, it's SEMA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So are we going to put the Jeep at SEMA, Roger? Have we confirmed that, or should we announce that publicly, or is
actually,
that still?
I think that's about.
Don't put him on the spot, Aaron. Don't put him on the spot.
He can say maybe. He can say maybe. He can say maybe.
No. Yes. No. Actually, I do think that's going to happen.
Excellent.
Well,
Good.
actually, should know. Well, hold on a second. Let's go to JW.
He's back there.
He said yes.
He said yes.
Yes.
Just now.
Okay. That's a confirmation, but it won't hold you to it. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Very
right,
good.
ladies and gentlemen.
That's a plan. Thank you all.
Thank you very much for being here. Good night. And for the audience, hang on. We'll be right back.
Yeah. Oh, the catalog.
Hey,
are we still live?
Yeah, we're.
Stones on the radio. Girl, I love the way you let go. Don't waste your way in
Welcome back, all 6 of you who are still here. Thank you very much. That was definitely off the rails fun, but we have a good time here, Roger. Thank you for those relationships.
I'm Roger. How you doing, Aaron?
developed.
Aaron, nice to meet you. How you doing? Are we on?
Ooh, yes, sir. We are live, and I think you're still mic'd.
Okay. All right. Well, just remember, Aaron. Can I call you Aaron?
You may.
Is that all right? You got to remember to laugh once a day, because a day without sunshine is like night.
Okay.
So
then.
on that note,
Write all that wisdom down.
much love to everybody out there. Thanks for watching the show every week. These guys do a great job. Can I go now?
You can go. Good night. Go home.
Zim
Your lovely
zalabim.
wife.
See ya. Yeah.
All right, so I think I've regained control of the show, maybe. So we got a couple more things to talk about. So Ernie, I want to talk a little about SkillsUSA because this past week, Jacob Lucky and I were in Atlanta for most of the week and part of the weekend, and we were doing the SkillsUSA event. And Scott Dilbeck, are you in the audience tonight? Has anybody seen Scott? Scott, hopefully you're in the audience tonight, because here's a picture of Scott Dilbeck and, of course, my very own Jacob Lucky and myself. And Scott was a huge help this week at the event. Scott is local to the Atlanta area, and so he does a lot of the heavy lifting. In fact, they had almost set up the booth before we got there, so that was fantastic. So next up we've got, this is a sort of one corner of our booth, and you'll see there's a bunch of product on the table there. These students, we had, 11 competitors come through here. And it's a mixture of post-secondary, which is like college, tech school, if you're 18 and up, or secondary, which would be high school level. And so there's actually, you get 3 winners from post-secondary and 3 winners from secondary. So they all got a grip of prizes, plus we did some raffles. You've got a complete tool set from our friends over at Snap-on Tools. All the winners got a Sony head unit, and they all got kicker amplifiers, speakers, subwoofers. Oh yeah, this was my roommate. Because we were saving some money, I had to roommate with somebody at the event, and this was mine. Fortunately, I just unplugged him at night, and he was quiet. Here's another shot of our booth, taking them back from a little bit of an angle there. And you can almost see over here on the left-hand side, Scott brought his daily driver demo truck, and boy, that thing was a huge hit. I forget exactly how many woofers he's got in that, but he just did a rebuild on this truck, and it literally blew away a lot of the kids that never heard anything quite like that before. So that was fantastic. What you're looking at here is these are the 2 dashboards for the radio installation. Part of the contest is to uninstall a factory radio and install an aftermarket radio and a 4-channel amplifier. So you could do 2 stations, 2 competitors simultaneously. So that's what you're looking at there. These are the men and women of the competition. There's supposed to be 11. We had 1 guy drop out. He had a medical situation, so we had 10 competitors. But last year we had 6. So we almost doubled our competitors year over year, which is fantastic, because obviously if you're watching this show, you love car audio, and we need more men and women in car audio to do the installs and the tuning of systems. There were 2 young ladies in the competition as well, 1 secondary, 1 post-secondary, and in fact, both of them won a position. Both of them took in the top 3, so that was fantastic. Here are the prizes that Kicker gave away. So first prize, second prize, and third prize. Again, we had 2 first prize winners, 2 second, and 2 third. So each of those men and women get a complete Kicker audio system. Here's another close-up of some of the product. These were raffled off. Some nice Sony ES speakers. Excuse me, been doing a lot of talking tonight. And there was a couple other brands of speakers and some Boss Audio Elite stuff. And just some great prizes for these men and women that competed. Here's Jacob Lucky. He is dropping some knowledge towards the end of the contest. We did like a debrief, and we talked about what they were doing well and what they needed to work on. And that's Chris Jack right there. Chris Jack is the heart and soul of this competition. He's been doing this for almost 20 years, and he's been retired for all those 20 years. So he's a fantastic man to be running this contest for us all. Here's all the winners and all the kids lined up. I say kids, I apologize. Some of these are young men and women, not just kids. There they are again, another close-up. This is at the State Farm Arena. This is where the final competition, all the prizes were awarded. There's 110 different categories of competition. It took over 4 hours to hand out all the medals for all the 110 divisions. And this is before it filled up. And then after it filled up, you're looking at about 15,000 people for the SkillsUSA competition. So this is a really big deal. And we need more people to get involved. Last year, Scott Dilbeck saw us talking about this on our program, and he called up and said, how do I get involved? And now he is part of the backbone of this organization. If you would like to get involved in your state, please contact us here at Kicker, contact me, and I can connect you with the resources to get you involved. It's all about getting the young men and women into the phase of life where they want to become involved in the car audio industry, and that's what we're doing. So please get involved and help us out with that. And that's my spiel for the SkillsUSA. Next up, let's take a look at some Jacob Q&A questions. Jacob's not here tonight. We gave him the night off. The guy needs some rest. He was working his butt off with me, so we said, hey, take the night off and rest up because you've got a busy vacation ahead of you. He's taking off the next 2 weeks. But here's the first question. Now, stick with me. This is a pretty long question. Over the weekend, I tried to put a Kicker Key 204 in my 2017 Ford F-150 with a plug-and-play harness. Now, we don't offer the plug-and-play harness, so he bought it from a third-party vendor. But this is the key amplifier, the 200.4 4-channel. I had the amp drawing power direct from the battery with a 20-amp fuse. I tried both grounded to the frame and grounded back to the battery, but when applying 12 volts to the blue remote turn-on wire, the power light will not come on, but the protect light does. So he's got power and ground to the amplifier. Now remember, this F-150 is an aluminum body pickup truck. And so these have a bit of a challenge when you're trying to ground these amplifiers to this truck. So that's the first red light that pops off in my head. He can see on the wiring diagram, it says to ground the amp less than 24 inches. How critical is that? And here's the kicker. No pun intended. I had a 12 gauge wire 10 foot long to the battery. So right there you can tell the problem. He's using a 12 gauge wire to run a 200 watt RMS amplifier. So absolutely you need to upgrade your power and ground wire. Highly recommend you use an 8 gauge wire. Now in that pickup, because it is an aluminum body, I would highly recommend you running that wire all the way back to the battery for power and ground, and absolutely use an 8 gauge minimum, and that'll solve your problem. Second question. Hello, this might be a dumb question. I love when people say dumb question because really the only dumb question is the one you do not ask because we're here to help you. And you're not born knowing how to do this stuff, so you definitely got to ask questions. So here's a dumb question. Can I run 2 KSC 6704s and 4 KSC 404s? So again, that's 2 6 3/4 inch coax speakers, 4 4-inch coax speakers, and a TRTP 12.2. That's one of our down-firing subwoofers. He wants to run all of that off a CXA 1201. CXA 1201. For those guys and girls that know our model numbers, a 0.1 amplifier means it's a mono subwoofer only amplifier. So the answer is no. He goes on to say, do I need a CXA 1201 and a CXA 360.4? Yes. The CXA 360.4 is a 4-channel amplifier designed to run your mids and highs, so that'll run all those full-range speakers, and then of course the 1201 to the subwoofer. So no, it wasn't a dumb question because how would you know if you didn't ask? Third question. When reading the product specs on the KMC5, which is our Marine Media Center radio, it's our premium Marine Center radio, the KMC5 is equipped with a 6-channel amplifier that's 4 ohm or 2 ohm stable, which is true. Delivers 25 watts per channel into a 4 ohm load or 40 watts per channel into a 2 ohm load. Do you need to select either 4 ohm or 2 ohm operation upon installation of the system, or is this something which changes during operation of the system? So what he's asking is, do I need to tell the radio that it's powering 2 ohm or 4 ohm load? The answer is no. The radio doesn't really care as long as it's above 2 ohms per channel. So you could run any combination of speakers. In fact, if you had 12 4 ohm speakers, you could wire those in parallel, 2 per channel, left and right, 2 per channel, 6 channels. You could have 12 coax speakers running perfectly off the KMC5. That radio has a serious power amplifier. It's a Class D amplifier, and it'll run a serious SPL, serious volume out of those 12 speakers. So you do not have to select if it's a 2 ohm or 4 ohm. In fact, you could have some of the channels running 2 ohms and some running 4 ohms. It doesn't matter. So those are the 3 questions. Thank you, Jacob Lucky. Appreciate those questions, and I'm glad you're taking a rest tonight. Now we've got some fail pictures. We always love the fails. Now again, if this is your picture, we're not trying to make fun of you. We just want to learn from experience. So Ernie, if you could show off my laptop here. This is our first fail. And you're going to recognize this because we see this quite a bit, but it never fails, never fails to impress us when you see power wire running through a door jamb. So check this out. He's got it running right here. He did cut a hole, but no grommet, through the plastic side of the dash here, and then running through the door jamb under the hood. So obviously this is a bad idea because the first time you close that door and you pinch that wire, poof, you got a major problem. So please do not run your power wire through the door jamb. I have seen people run power wire beneath the vehicle through a conduit pipe, which is a good idea, but definitely not through the door jamb. Here's another nice install. There's a lot going on in this one. The first thing I noticed, of course, is the dash was torn apart, but take a look at this. So we've got, it looks like 2 pair of tweeters. 1, 2 here on the left side, and then you can see 1 on the right. Actually, there may be 3 pair of tweeters, because that looks like that's the factory tweeter pod. So we've got 3 sets of tweeters on the left and the right channel, and then it looks like our power sport's probably 6.5 inch in the dash. So there's a lot going on in this Jeep, and definitely a wire nightmare. So if this is yours, again, we're not trying to make fun of you, just trying to learn from some of the mistakes that we see. Third and final, so I've got 2 guesses. My first guess is this is a sealed back mid-range driver using a plastic bag. Okay, that's probably not it. Or maybe they tried to waterproof this speaker, and that's probably really what it is. But if you wrap a plastic bag around the speaker and then put that in your door or whatever, obviously that is going to affect the sound dramatically. You're going to be hearing that plastic bag rattling back there, and it's going to sound like a blown speaker all the time. So this is not what you want to do to waterproof your speakers in the doors. So there's the fails. Now let's look at the cool pictures of the week. And this first one, I think this actually, Andy McGill brought this to our attention. So Andy, thank you for this. This is awesome. Andy was saying that he's got 1 Solo X12 in his ride, and this guy's got 3. So holy cow. You'll also notice he's got the 9-inch Street Series mid-range and the 1.5-inch Street Series tweeters up here. So this thing has got to be insanely loud, and if it's tuned properly, I bet it sounds amazing as well. So thank you for that, Andy. Nice pick. This next one, actually Jacob found this. This is pretty cool. There's actually 3 pictures I'm going to show you. This is the first one. So that is a Q-Class 8-inch driver, and you can see that this gentleman or lady, it could be a woman who did this too, has designed a very unique center console ported enclosure. So here's the next step. So you can see these right here. This is actually the port. There's 2 ports, 1 on each side. And it's going to make a little more sense when you see the third picture. Here it is wrapped in fiberglass. And here's that port again. So we've got this, what I think is an 8-inch, maybe, it might even be a 10-inch driver, maybe a 10-inch. But this whole enclosure is wrapped in fiberglass. We've got plenty of airspace in here. And then the 2 vents, one on either side, right next to the other subwoofer right there. Get that subwoofer? Oof, oof, oof. Yeah, that's subwoofer, the dog. That's a dog leg. In case you can't tell, there's a dog leg there. So that's pretty cool, custom subwoofer enclosure. I bet it sounds pretty darn good too. So there's our cool pictures of the week. And let's see what else we got. Check my notes here. Oh, what's going on for events? let's take a look at Facebook. Our crew is taking some time off. We've got the holiday coming up, 4th of July, Independence Weekend. A bunch of us are taking time off. A lot of the folks in the marketing and sales teams are taking time off. And so we don't have any kicker events coming up. But of course, there's plenty of base wars. So if you are going to be in and around Lafayette, there's a base war July 30th. So that's the end of July. We've also got this Saturday at 11 o'clock, Base Wars at Pembina Hills Show and Shine. So there will be a Base Wars event. And also Saturday, HGAA Annual Car Show. There'll be another Base War event. So plenty of Base Wars. Check out our Facebook and YouTube, and you can find out where some of the events are happening. And if you're in those areas, please check them out. Support the guys and girls that are competing. It's always nice to have folks just checking it out and being supportive. It's a sport we all love, and well, it's a heck of a lot of fun. So please support those men and women who are competing. That is it for events. I do want to let you know that we have a contest that is running through the 10th of July, and I just learned about this today because I've been on the road for a bit. But we are giving away a CXA 1801, an amp kit, a GP audio enclosure, and a SoloX L7 12-inch subwoofer that has been autographed by Mr. Steve Irby. Now, this system was put together by Williston Audio Labs, and Derek over there, he ran some testing and tuning, so check out his channel and see what he did with this. But this is actually what you're going to be winning. So if you have entered this contest, or if you haven't yet, please do. And you can have this system, including an amp kit, which is not shown in that picture. You can have this system in your ride. And wouldn't that be pretty awesome to win that? It is signed on the front and the back, that subwoofer. So if you do want to invert mount it, you certainly can do that. And you'll see Mr. Irby's signature on the back side too. So join that contest, and we're going to be giving that away on the next show, which is July 11th. So you've got plenty of time to enter that. So tonight, we've got 3 winners. We're going to give away some stuff. As you know, we typically give away a BF100, which is the Bullfrog audio system. I travel with that. It was with me in Atlanta. That's a fantastic audio system. Along with that BF100, you get a Kicker Unmasked limited t-shirt and a couple of koozies. Second place winner, of course, gets the EB400, which is the in-the-ear audio monitors, Bluetooth. You also get the t-shirt, 2 koozies. And third prize, you get this new 50th anniversary tumbler, as well as the koozies and the t-shirt. So we want you to win something. Bill, we've already closed the contest, right? I think that happened like half an hour ago. So we've got, let's go with third place winner. Third place, if you could show us, Bill, who's our third place winner? Number 3, Larry P. from Texas. Larry P. from Texas, you are winner number 3. So you're going to get this tumbler, a t-shirt, and of course 2 koozies. So let's go to winner number 2. After Larry P., who's winner number 2? Adrian F. from Texas. Texas in the house. Adrian F., you are second place. So you're going to get the EB400 in-ear monitors, a couple of koozies, and a t-shirt. And the first place winner is Baba. Baba, wait a minute. How many times has Baba won? Is this thing rigged? No, I'm just kidding. Baba, you're the number 1 winner. So you get the BF100 Bullfrog, you get a t-shirt and a couple of koozies, because you've already got a whole bunch, don't you? No, I'm just kidding. It's not rigged. Come on. Now, just to remind you that we're going to be back on the 11th of July. And then we'll be back to every other week. We had to switch it up just a little bit just because we got the holiday weekend coming up, and we didn't want to give a show to you guys that wasn't fresh and ready to go. So on the 11th, we'll be back, and then back to every other week starting on the 11th. So we'll see you then. Oh, and real quick, Andy is not doing an after show tonight. Andy's also needed a break. He's been working his butt off, doing fun stuff for you guys and girls as well as for us. And of course, he's got a day job too, so he's taking the night off. But he'll be back on July 18th. July 18th, Andy will be back doing his show, so please check him out. And hit us on Facebook and YouTube. Please like us and subscribe so you can get updated when we do fun things for you guys and girls. And again, we'll be back Tuesday, July 11th. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate you, and have a great holiday weekend. Be safe.